You are currently watching the Meme Squad podcast. Enjoy! Hello! Welcome to the spooky Halloween version. Well, it's not that spooky, but it's the Halloween edition of the Meme Squad podcast. So, with us, we have myself, Peg Mode, Toby Comey, and Dr. Zed if he wants to, talk at all.
Hello, guys. It's me, Toby Comey.
Hi, Mom.
That scared me.
Alright, okay, I don't know why that opened up. Alright.
I give up. Why is there video? Uh-oh.
Don't.
I'll just add this into here. Oh, what the frick?
Toby, stop giving me diabetes.
Diabetes? How does he give you diabetes?
It's too cute. It's so sweet. It's like Toby's music is just so cute.
It sounded kind of ominous at first. You're having trouble talking? Okay, well, we'll give you a chance, okay? You can figure out what you need. You can figure out what's going on with you.
It's my speaking.
The weird thing is that this podcast, we don't have video on here normally, so people aren't going to see what we're playing.
I can hear Toby.
They don't hear it. Jesus Christ, that was terrifying.
Free. I thought I'd say hi and talk to you guys, but I didn't know this was going to be a recorded podcast. Oh, man.
Well, that's what. Oh, what? Do you not want to be? Do you not want to be recorded? Or
No,
what?
I don't know.
I just not want to.
Alright, I am finally back.
Oh, hello. I probably should have asked this beforehand, but I know you're playing stuff right now. Is it okay if like what you're playing is in the podcast? Like,
It's a cover anyway, it's not my track.
I know, but like I can't really.
Not original.
I can't really edit this stuff out because we're also talking over it, so it's kind of hard to like remove it.
It doesn't. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
I'm just making sure. I want it to be
Yeah, do it. Yeah, Josh.
okay.
Josh.
I want it to be
Jaden,
somewhat
yeah.
professional because this is, at least as professional as it can be for being made by a 15-year-old and friends. You know what? Actually, I should probably. I just realized.
Young dearest Jaden.
I should probably change this because my name is no longer Joshy because that name is retarded. So I'm gonna fix that.
Okay.
It's now. Okay. Get to watch the magic happen live. Well, not live. I keep saying this is live because the first couple podcasts were actually done live, but then we just recorded them later on, just like in post. Or not in post, but like whatever the fuck it's called. There. God dang it. J-A-D. E. No, that's bad. It's bad. I cannot deal with this. E. N. Look at that. Wow. What a masterpiece. Okay, we're gonna change. We're gonna copy this over. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, that's that. I'm having trouble. Oh, wait, I already. Oh no, that's something else that he posted.
Japan, laying low.
Japan.
Nah, I'm joking. It's Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. Jurassic Park.
No, who was that? It
Oh.
was
Dr. Zed left. Alright.
Dr. Zen,
Oh.
aka
And he's back.
VHS report.
AKA,
Oh, he's back.
AKA VHS, AKA Star TZ, AKA various other names.
5 minutes.
Let's listen.
What's
You probably heard it already. It's nothing. Just the end of that.
You mean the that?
Yeah, it's that shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping it. I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, you have fun doing that, Toby. Knock yourself out of that.
Alright. Well, fellow gamers, what are our topics for today? I have one topic I know of I want to cover. Do you have any topics, Toby, or Pegmode, or anybody?
Did anyone say it? Gamers? Did someone say it?
Somebody say
Fellow game. Attention, all epic gamers meme compilation. Alright.
Too many memes.
Too many
We
memes.
should be talking about technology, not about memes.
But it's funny. It's the Meme Squad podcast, after all.
That is true. That is true.
You know, the Meme Squad is not a thing, but the podcast is still, you know, it's still the same.
Yeah. Even though the Meme Squad is dead, it still has reruns.
Well, the podcast has the same name because it's also a meme podcast. It makes more sense for the podcast than to have a music group called the Meme Squad. Gonna skip this one, that's cool, Dr. Zed. That's fine. Do whatever you want. No one's... Oh, what the frick? I accidentally erased my name. That's fine, you can do whatever you want. Okay. It's nice to have you on there, at least for a little bit. You know, even if you weren't talking, you know. We appreciate anybody that can show up, but if you can't make it, then that's totally acceptable. That's totally understandable and fine.
Oh no, what did you do? What crime did you commit?
Oh, it's just an emergency vehicle, don't worry.
An emergency vehicle, huh?
Yeah, I'm in the computer, the office room in my house.
I don't buy that for a second. What the heck happened?
And it's closest to the front yard. So yes, you'll be hearing sirens from...
This podcast is getting all messed up now because the picture keeps going on and off.
Oh, hold up.
I want to find the sample, the enemy getting hit sample from Jurassic Park, because I can use it in my song.
Oh yeah.
Like sound, you know? No.
Just make your own peg mode.
No.
Be creative.
No.
Don't steal. Only I can steal.
Toby, the whole point of the game that I'm writing for is literally stealing from the original.
Oh.
So I think the idea. So I talked to the guy, like the lead of the game project, and he said that they're gonna literally remake the entire, like all the levels, and you reuse music and everything. But then they're gonna add other levels, and then they're gonna have the level select and like how it how the story progresses, like a little bit more. They're also going to swap out the assets to make it like say if there's like a character, they'll try and make it look more like the actual character. There's a thing that looks like that exists in the movie but didn't, or it exists in the game but looks on.
Oh, I see. I see. I was really looking at Shioda's music for the NES, and I really like his style because of his use of melodic sample.
What game? I'm not familiar with.
He music for Doki Doki UNG, Trolls,
Okay, what's going on with the audio on your end, Toby? You're skipping a lot.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it's just because I had my browser opened. Maybe.
Oh, I was just talking about Nobuyuki Shioda's music and his style
Oh, that
and
name
his
sounds.
in the NES games he composed for.
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, he did music for Doki Doki Uenchi.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, Trolls in Crazy Land. That one.
The worst version.
Yeah, the worst version because they took out the sexy hi hat and bass samples.
Why?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
Because it's too much for children.
It's too
European children.
It's too
I don't know.
stupid.
I don't know. That was a
Sounds like
guess.
Kirby. Jesus. Did he compose for Kirby? Because half the shit sounds like Kirby.
He also did Kickmaster. I think it's called Kickmaster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Banana Prince. I think Banana Prince. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember.
Banana
But yeah,
Prince.
and the main thing, a game that he didn't compose for, but some other composer used his sound engine is Zombie Nation, which is very cool.
I see.
Oh, I also forgot he also did Nobuyuki also did music for Rekka.
Oh my god, Rekka.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For its time too, especially like
I tried to listening to Rekka once, I think, but I didn't like it that much. I don't. From what I remember. But anyways, what topics do we have besides? Well, we have one topic, the music, but I had something else planned too.
Gotcha.
So, what else do you wanna talk about? Or do you wanna just get right into the main course, if you will?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
What does yes mean? What does that mean in this situation?
I am ready.
For what? You're not really specifying here, Toby.
No.
You don't know?
I don't know.
That is okay. That's quite a predicament we have on our hands. I guess we'll just get into the main topic. So, the PlayStation Classic that has been going around lately. They finally revealed. I don't know the exact date, but I think it was either earlier today or yesterday. They revealed the list of games for the Classic. And this is mostly a topic for me, I think, because I've always been a PlayStation person. I love the PS1. And a lot of its games are really good. But I think even even other people agree with me that the library they have on the PlayStation Classic is far from great. I think the biggest problem with it is just the fact that there's only 20 games. That's really the biggest problem with it. Like, the fact that... Okay, I need to look this up. How many games were made for the PS1? Because I can't even remember. Like, it's like 1,000 or something games. Like, it has a huge library of games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so large that, like, the Wikipedia page has to be, like, split into 2 pages. Like, that's how big it is. It says 2,595 games were made for the PS1, counting US, European, and Japanese games. So, it's a lot of games. They made a ton of games for the PS1. So, picking only 20, if you're gonna just do only 20 games, even for the US only library, if you're just gonna do 20 games, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there. Honestly, just doing because it's gonna be impossible to include like 20 of the best games. It's just not gonna be possible to be able to do it. Just to have 20 of the best games. It's not gonna work. But I think that's probably the biggest thing. But we can also go into the selection of games as well if you want to talk about those. I know. I don't think you guys are.
I'll be honest.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
You can go. You can go.
Oh, I was just saying that most of those games I've never heard of.
Yeah, I mean, even as a PlayStation guy myself, like I don't even know a lot of the games myself. Like I know about a good number of them, but like I don't know all of them, and like most people wouldn't know a lot of them either, typically. So, and I know people. I'm probably one of the only people in this chat that actually likes PlayStation, but you know, I think we can still discuss the games. I think we still have a good. We can at least say like if we've heard them or not. If they're like popular games that would make sense. So do you wanna go through the list right now, Toby? Or anybody?
Yes, please.
All right. So these are the 20 games they selected. Battle Arena Toshinden. Never heard of it, but
Never heard of it either.
No. Cool Borders 2. I've heard of it, never played it, but maybe a good choice, possibly.
Never heard of that one either.
Never heard of it. Okay. Destruction Derby. I don't know that one either. Honestly.
I don't know that one either as well.
Final Fantasy VII. Very important game for the time, so makes sense to include 7 on
I've heard that one. That's weird.
Yeah, that's one that's been released like pretty much everywhere though nowadays, but that makes sense to include on there. Grand Theft Auto, the first one though, not the it's the first one, so if it's the PS1 games, not the open world, the 3D open world one. It's like Intelligent Cube.
What?
Intelligent Cube.
Never
heard of it. I don't even know if it ever got a US release, honestly. I don't think it did. I mean, it might have, actually. But it's like, oh, it was. Okay, it was released in...
Oh, I'll be right back. I have to help my mother with something.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just talk about Intelligent Cube for now. This is probably the most baffling selection on here. Because even I've heard about this game, but I don't even know how to play it. Like, I don't even know what it exactly is. I know it's a puzzle game, but it's like such an obscure one, too. Like, it's not a classic at all. Oh, hey, look, Pablo, you're just in time. Look at that. Welcome to the podcast, Pablo. We're actually discussing the PlayStation Classic and its lineup of games.
There ain't no Crash Bandicoot or Spyro.
That's the big thing. We'll get to that later, though. Also, Peg Mode just left, so I'm just going to go ahead and just swap out Peg Mode for Pablo. So we're just going to do that. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Do you want to go through the list again? I'll just restart it if you want to. We only got through about 5 games, so we can just go through those again and see if you would say they are good suggestions or not. So, do you want to go through them, Pablo? Huh?
Hold on, give me a second.
Okay, I'll be patient. I'll wait for you. So. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So you got the list too?
Oh wait, this is the wrong list.
Oh. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just...
My shopping.
Here, I can link it again if you want me to. I have it bookmarked, actually.
Oh no, here we go, I got it.
Alright. So, Battle Arena Toshinden. Have you ever heard of it? I haven't.
I don't think I have either.
No. Cool Borders 2.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a fighter game.
A fighter game? Alright, well then, yeah, maybe. Cool Borders 2. I've at least heard of it, but I don't know if it's good or not.
Never heard of it.
Never
They
heard
could
of
have
it.
done Gator.
Huh?
They could have done Pro Skater.
Oh, yeah, they could have done the Pro Skater, one of the Pro Skater games, actually. I forgot about those. Those would have been good choices.
Wait, I don't... Hold up, is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on...
On PS1?
No, not. No, Pro Skater's on PS1. Okay, good.
I thought Pro Skater 2 was on PS1 as well.
Nah, I think Pro Skater 2 is on PS2.
I'll look this up. No, it's on PS1 as well. Okay.
Okay, so either way.
Alright, either one. Destruction Derby. Never heard of it.
I haven't heard of it.
Alright. Final Fantasy VII is a great choice. Never played it, but still, you know, it makes sense.
My penis is hard already.
Your penis is hard. But honestly, it should have been at the very start. We've only gone to like one good game out of the 4 so far. That's not good. Grand Theft Auto. What?
Okay, now that's a good one.
You think the first Grand Theft Auto was a good choice?
Yeah, because it's top down. It's like the beginning of Grand Theft Auto.
So you think
before it went to like 3D.
So you think that's the first? They should include that as a game. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you there. But Intelligent Cube.
No. I
Oh.
don't think so. I don't have a high IQ for that.
That's not even like no one knows what that game even fucking is. Like
It literally has IQ in the title. I don't have that.
it has IQ in the title. Like that's not even like no one knows what the frick that game even is. Like I barely even know that it exists. Like I've seen it, but I never actually played it. We'll wait for Toby. We can wait for Toby to get back to go through the other games. I don't want to be repeating things again, but how about what are some games that you would want to see on this? Because there's definitely a lot of bigger names they missed out on here.
I'd say they should have went for at least like the first Spyro and the first Crash Bandicoot.
They should have had one of each. They should have. Absolutely.
Yeah, because they should have one of each and then have more variety for other popular games.
Absolutely.
Kind of like Pro Skater, and then you have Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, Rayman, Persona, stuff like that.
I mean, those are
It's
on,
popular games.
those are on there too, but like, you know, some more variety definitely would be appreciated because a lot of the games on here, there's a lot of like, I mean, there's a good amount of like racing games and like RPGs and like fighting type games. There's not really a lot of, you don't really get a good amount of like other games. Like personally, from what I'm seeing, you don't get a whole lot of games for each different genre. You know. But yeah, Crash and Spyro should have been no-brainers, honestly. Any one of them would have been great.
Discord died.
Huh?
Discord died on me.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I want to look for some good old PlayStation 1 games.
Ones to include on it? Like, include on the unit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying... I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, I'm sorry.
It's fine, keep going.
Okay, you sound kind of angry, though.
Nah, just shush, cutie.
Alright, then. There's definitely some big things they missed out on here, though. Obviously, Crash and Spyro are no-brainers. I would have probably went with a third for each game, but honestly, any of them would have been great picks. I noticed Silent Hill, a big one they missed. A lot of people noticed a big one they missed.
Wait, what? Oh, Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's not on there.
I didn't notice.
That's a big one they missed.
They could have gone with Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night, yes, that's another big one. I have it. I haven't played it that much though, but I do own it. But that would have been it's a very, very popular game, so it would have made sense to actually put it on there. It would have made perfect sense.
Crash Racing.
Crash Team. Oh yes, Crash Team Racing would have been great to put on there. I was gonna say actually, what about Pac-Man World for like another Namco title? I like Pac-Man.
Yeah, They could have also went with Tomb Raider.
Oh my, yes, Tomb Raider. There's a lot of ones I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting a lot of the bigger ones, but yeah, Tomb Raider definitely. They should have had at least one of them. Would have been a perfect choice to put on there.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. I mean, then again, there could be some licensing issues with that possibly, but it would have made sense to put on there.
They could put Chrono Trigger.
Or
So that was on the PS1 program.
Chrono Trigger, or you mean Chrono Cross, or
No, Chrono Trigger.
was that on PS1?
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger PS. Oh, I guess it was. Oh, it was part of a. Hold on.
Halo, I'm back.
It's part of it was part of a compilation series, but they could have done that too, probably. Hey Toby, we're talking about the PS Classic some more. Just talking about games we could add to it. Do you have any games you want to add to it, Toby? Like ones that you like? I mean, I don't know if you're a big PlayStation guy, but
I'm not too familiar with PlayStation 1 library. I do know of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, the big titles, but most of those games are. I'm pretty much a Nintendo 64 guy.
Yeah, it's okay. Is there any?
What if they added
What?
What if they added Parappa the Rapper?
Oh yeah, that would be a good one too. I was saying that, and also Vib Ribbon as well, or Jammer Whammy. Any of those like rhythm games would have been great.
We should add Punky Skunk.
Oh no.
Toby, I'll kick you from this group chat, I swear to God.
Why? What's wrong with Punky Skunk?
I mean,
Bad.
I'm sure it's a great game and all, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh, well, at least Rayman's on there.
Rayman. Okay, you want to just go back to the list? We can just go back to the list if you want. We can read through the other games now if we want to. So.
Okay, so where are we at now?
We're at Jumping Flash. I've heard of it, never played it, but what do you think? What do you think, guys? Jumping Flash, yeah or no?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
I don't know what that is either.
I've heard of it.
No.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Instead of just saying I don't know, I should do research.
I know it.
Oni played
Yeah.
Flash.
I was gonna say I know about it thanks to Oni plays, but it does seem like a fun game. So I guess.
Oh, this game.
I guess if they want like a more.
I've seen.
If they want a more obscure game on there, I guess that would make sense to include on there, possibly. I don't know. But I guess we can say, Jumping Flash. Metal Gear Solid, that's an obvious one. They have to include that on there. Metal Gear Solid, great choice.
Mr. Driller.
Mr. Driller, I like it, but it's not really one I associate with the PS1. I usually actually would associate the arcade version more with Mr. Driller than PS1. So, it's a great game, but doesn't belong in a PS Classic in my opinion. Oddworld. I've heard it's great. Never played it, but
Oddworld, is that weird looking game?
Yeah, I heard it's great, but I never played it. But I mean, if they want to include it on there, sure, why not?
Okay, yeah.
I know it's on Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Persona.
Yep, I've seen this one.
Oh, we're skipping down. Hold on, I missed some. What?
We're on Persona.
Persona? You think that belongs on there, Persona?
Yeah.
So,
all right. Everyone likes Persona because we have like Persona 3. Well, and people like that one.
Everyone likes Persona because you have Persona 3. Alright. So we're fine with Rayman, Resident Evil. Those are obvious choices, pretty much. Ridge Racer Type 4. Probably any Ridge Racer would be fine. What do you say?
Puzzle Fighter Turbo.
Hold on.
Why?
Okay. We're skipping some of these. I think my mic might be a bit bad and you're just not hearing me, maybe.
What do you mean we're skipping things? I literally just went to the next one.
You didn't say, oh, I guess we're going. I was asking if you were, I was asking if you liked Ridge Racer on there, if you would want that to be on there.
I don't mind it. I don't mind a racing
You don't
game.
mind it. I couldn't tell because we were like, I couldn't tell if we were going like one and then the other, or like, I didn't know what we were doing. Okay. But obviously, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, no. Just no.
Is that weird game with? I'm sorry if I keep calling these games weird.
Well, I mean,
isn't it just Street Fighter but with chibi characters?
They are weird though. I think it's like a puzzle game with Street Fighter characters. They are weird though. They don't belong on here. Like, I never even played that game before. No one even knows what that is. I've never even seen it before while shopping.
It might be good. I don't know. It might be good.
I've seen at least most of these games like once maybe. Never seen like that one. Never seen Puzzle Fighter or any of these ones. You know.
You could have literally just gotten like Street Fighter Collection and put that on the the PlayStation.
Sure, you could have done that. I mean, some people might say that collections are sort of breaking the rules, but I mean, they could still, technically they could include it on there. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Siphon Filter. Never heard of. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Never heard of it.
Is it do you know if it's a good game at all?
I don't know.
I
haven't heard of it.
Okay. Are you? I don't know. I get the feeling that you're like upset at me or something. Like,
no, I'm not.
We're trying to. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying my best to go with you, but it's kind of hard.
Everything is hard, Josh.
Everything is hard.
That's what she said.
Moving right along. Tekken 3. Sure, include a Tekken game on there. It's a massive franchise.
I like Tekken 5 on PS2.
I've only ever played the first Tekken briefly, but I'll play them all eventually. I'm gonna review them all, but Tekken, sure. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I don't even think that guy was alive at the time that was being a game that was being made. I've heard about the Rainbow Six series. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that it's popular somewhat. What do you think? Would you even say yes to that?
Nah, Tom Clancy was alive at that time.
Oh, he was? Oh.
Yeah. He was born in 1947.
1947. Oh, I forgot that he died like a few years back. I thought it was much earlier. Oh. He didn't work on any of these games though. He was a writer, so it's sort of like
the game's based off his writing.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. But yeah, would you say yes to Rainbow Six? Do you think that belongs on there?
I'm fine with it. I don't know. I haven't played Rainbow Six.
I never played it either, but you'd say it's fine. Alright, we can put that on there. Twisted Metal. Heard it's good. Probably would rather put the second one on there, though, I think. I heard that one's better.
Yeah, if anything, I'd go with the second one, too.
Yeah, I never played that one either, but I've heard that one. Just from generally just hearing about... Okay, I do like PlayStation. I haven't played a lot of the games, though. I just like the system a lot, and like the few games I had, because I mostly played Spyro. That was all I played, mostly. And the Namco Museum. But from what I heard of these games, they seem like they're good, a lot of them. So, yeah, you can say, yeah, I don't know. And the final game. It was actually shown off in the trailer for this, or teaser or whatever. Wild Arms. Don't know anything about it.
Hmm.
Are you any more? Do you have any more knowledge about this, Pablo, or not?
No,
No.
I have no knowledge of PlayStation.
No knowledge. Okay. Well, a lot of the games on here I've never even heard of, like Destruction Derby or Battle Arena Toshinden or some of these other games too. But like a lot of them, they're just not even that popular or good of games. Honestly, like I love Mr. Driller. I think Mr. Driller is a great game, but it doesn't belong on the PlayStation Classic as like one game. Like it was an arcade game originally. You're not gonna put an arcade game unless it's like if it's like Tekken, then yeah, because it has a bit more substance to it. But like Mr. Driller, I mean, nah. And like Puzzle Fighter 2 or Hecking Intelligent Cube, like they don't belong. Like they're too simple. I think like especially for the price tag too, because this is gonna be. It's basically gonna be $5 a game because it's $100. So you're gonna pay $5 for each game. So, it's like it's not. They don't belong. They just don't. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm saying this as a fan of games like Mr. I love puzzle games, but like these ones are just like they don't belong with like they don't mesh well with games like I don't know when they're put in the same compilations like Metal Gear Solid. They don't really. I don't know, they don't really mesh well together. You don't really see them as PlayStation classics. At least I don't see them as classics.
PlayStation.
I don't know what you guys would say. You can say your opinions, but that's what I think personally. I've been kind of talking a lot, so my throat's getting kind of sore. But what are your thoughts? What are your overall thoughts on this, Pablo?
Cool. And some of the games are very garbage.
So you're saying some are good, some are bad. Okay. Let's look at the we'll look at the build quality a little bit. Actually, we'll look at the pictures of it because, I mean, there's not really much to say about it. I think it looks fine, honestly. The way it looks, it looks pretty close to the original PlayStation. There's not really much to say about it. I don't know what it uses for its controller ports though. I think it may be using. I can't see really, but it might be using a USB perhaps for its controllers, which is actually really good if it is. I can't tell.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is? I don't know. I'm trying to look at pictures. A lot of them aren't. They're not very clear, most of them, but they might be. It looks like it could be USB potentially. If it is, that's great because I can use any controller on it pretty much, or most controllers, like most USB controllers. But if not, then I don't know. You know what? Actually, I was actually gonna think too. What are some other puzzle games they can include on here? What are some other better puzzle games they could have on here? I'm trying to think of like good, better ones.
Bust a Move.
Bust a Move? Sure.
Yeah, like Puzzle Bobble.
I think that was on. I believe Puzzle Bobble or any of those kind of games, they were on the PlayStation, so those could work.
Yep, they were.
They work. All right. I would say, what about like any of the Tetris games, like Tetris Plus or anything like that? Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, no, they are USB. They are USB.
They are USB. Okay. That's what I was saying. They looked like they were USB ports. So all right. I'm trying to think of some other ones they could include. What's this Kuwa World game? I've heard about it a lot. I think this was a, oh, it's called Roll Away in North America. Okay. Roll Away. This one might be a good one. I never actually played it, but I've heard this one. I've heard good things about it. This game. I don't know anything about it, though. They could include those, though. Super Puzzle Fighter 2. I mean, I guess the more I think about it, I guess, you know, it would help the variety, having a bit more puzzle stuff on here, but just, I don't know. Something about having a super simple game on the compilation, along with stuff like Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil. Sort of like, I don't know, because with the NES Classic, at least, they were all the games are relatively simple. Like, you know, it had, like, Dr. Mario on it, and, like, Zelda, and, you know, they're different games, but they're both relatively simple games. I mean, Zelda is much more complex, of course, but, like, they're not, like, super complex, if that makes any sense. I think they mesh well together better. I found
Dr. Mario's too hard.
Mario's too hard? Well, I'm sorry, I can't really help you with that, Pablo. You gotta get better at the game. Sorry. But yeah, I just think they don't really with these modern systems. I think with these more modern games included in the PS1. I mean they're not really modern, but they're more modern than like the NES and SNES games. Having more simple puzzle games like that might be okay if you're just like, if it's $5 a game, then probably not. If it was cheaper, if the unit wasn't $100, I would say sure. I'd be more lenient on that, but just, I don't know. They don't really belong, in my opinion, I think. But, I feel like they could do better with a selection for sure. Oh, I just remembered, Klonoa is a big one they haven't included on there.
Yeah.
Klonoa is one that's very popular. They could include that on there as a game. I said Pac-Man World. That one's not really that popular, but I mean people know about it, so
I say they should add it on there.
yeah, Pac-Man.
If they would.
Pac-Man World could be a good choice for that.
Mm-hmm.
I've played it before. I have it. It's a fun game, but you know, I didn't know if it really belonged too well with it. If it worked.
And maybe the second one.
Well, that one was PS2, so they wouldn't include it on the PS1.
Oh dang it! Never mind then. I thought it was for PS1 as well.
The first Pac-Man World though, that could be a fun one. I'm trying to think of other games that would be like good. I'll look at best-selling PS1 games, see what we can find. Just best-selling ones that are like ones that sold really well. Because I don't even think some of these games are even on that list. We'll just look. This list is incomplete. Let's find a better list then. I want to find one that's a bit more accurate. The 50 best-selling. Okay. Oh, this is a website selling stuff. Okay, that's not gonna help.
Oh, they should add Kingsley's Quest, I believe it's what it's called.
Kingsley?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Like, it's a little neat game.
Oh, Kingsley's Adventure, it says.
Yeah, my bad. Kingsley's Adventure. Never
heard of it. I don't know if it's actually a very popular game or if it's really that well rated. It's a platformer though, or something, some sort of action.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, that might be a good one to add on there, possibly. I don't know anything about it, but I mean, I just heard about it for the first time today, so probably not. But I mean, yeah.
Oh, and they should add Bubsy 3D.
Oh my God, let's not do that, please.
Please, no, we don't need that here.
We don't need that on here at all. I'm very curious. I'm very curious how many of these games, how well some of them actually sold. Because some of them, I don't think even really, they're not really in the top 100. I don't think. Let's see how well like a game like Mr. Driller sold for the PS1, according to this list, according to VG charts. Mr. Driller sold let's see. This is in like millions, right? North America. These are going by millions. All figures in millions. So this actually sold about like 20,000 copies or so, maybe. From what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Not that much, all things considered. Out of the 1,000 games or 2,000 or so games that are made for it, doesn't sell a whole lot. They're like, not a huge game. What about some of these other games? Obviously, they sold better than others. Frogger is surprisingly a very big selling game according to this list.
Frogger. Froggy free.
Not that Frogger. This is the PS1 Frogger.
I don't know. I thought I'd mention it.
That could have been a good one to put on there. I mean, I like the Frogger PS1 game, so they could have had that on there. Potentially.
Did you guys hear that Twitter's probably going to remove the like button?
I did hear that, I think, but I highly doubt it's actually going to actually happen because it's so stupid that they wouldn't do that, but I mean, I don't know, they might. I'm hoping they don't, though. What else is on here? Tekken. Some people said Rugrats, but they could have like licensing issues because of that, so maybe not. Crash Team Racing obviously is a big one. This has Namco Museum Volume 1 and 3. I'd probably pick 3 actually over the first one, but yeah. Okay, this list I think this list is actually kind of not that well made because it says it lists Crash Bandicoot 2 as the best-selling game, but I think it actually sold like the worst out of all of them. So I don't know where they're getting these numbers from. I think a lot of them are wrong. I don't know. I'm not going to use this site anymore. But are there any other games that you can think of that might be good for this system? Like any other ones? Just no. Any other ideas for PS1 games? I don't have any other ideas. Because all the ones I have are like licensed games. Like they wouldn't even really fit on there. Like they probably wouldn't get the licenses for them. But I don't know. Maybe they could. I know some people wanted Search for Reptar, but I don't think that wouldn't be on there anyways. It's too short of a game to even include on there. Oh my god. Is that okay?
Yeah, the pickle.
It's the fucking Bubble Bass Infinity Gauntlet. Beautiful.
He forgot the pickles and he snapped his finger.
You forgot the pickles. That is great. I love that.
There you go. I can't really do it right now.
So yeah. I feel like the two biggest problems with the PS Classic, because I don't know, I probably won't buy it, honestly. I mean, I might still, maybe, like if it gets cheaper, maybe, just to play like Final Fantasy 7 or Metal Gear Solid, or like, to play the games I never actually played before on it. I could maybe check it out for those. But, there's definitely a very weak selection on here. Just, I think we can agree between us that it's not a very good selection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no Mega Man games on it either.
Which is good.
No, it's not good.
I'm not a huge Mega Man fan, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, Mega Man games. I mean, they did well. I think on a PS1.
Yeah, I know, but
they could have they could have done like Mega Man Legends or like one of the X games or like even Mega Man 8 even if they wanted to. But like there's not a single Mega Man game on there.
I'd say they could put X on there.
X. Which one though? What was released for the PS1 actually?
I don't know.
It says okay. I believe with the SNES they stopped at X3. I believe. And then they did. Oh, I guess it was also on PS1 as well. Oh, I guess it was. Okay. So they could have added X3 as well, maybe, or whatever ones I could have done. Oh, never mind. It wasn't even released in the. Oh no, it wasn't released in the U.S. from what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. Well, possibly, maybe not. Okay, I don't know. Mega Man X4 they could have added on there though, possibly, or X5 or probably not X6. That one's like one that people don't like. I think. I'm not too familiar with Mega Man, with the Mega Man X series, but from what I heard, X6 was not very good. I think. I'm not sure. Ooh, I got 69%.
High wave table.
Alright. You could have had one of those on there for sure. I think just the biggest problem with it, the two biggest problems with the PS Classic or PlayStation Classic, whatever you want to fucking call it, is just the fact that it's only 20 games, really, and the fact that's $100. That's probably the two big issues with it. Because I think, assuming it's from a big company like Sony, the build quality is probably gonna be just fine. It's probably gonna be pretty durable for the most part, I would imagine. Probably don't need to worry about those. It's gonna have USB controllers, which is gonna be very good. That's gonna be nice. The design is pretty much identical to the original PS1 design. It's really just the selection of games. It's not good. It's really not. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
I think the fact that no Spyro, like I can see him not having Spyro on there, but no Crash Bandicoot is like. It's an absolute no-no. They have to have at least one Crash game on there, and they didn't even do that. That's honestly, that's shameful, honestly. That's honestly shameful. They didn't even include, like, basically the mascot for the PS1. They didn't include it on there. That's pretty bad. Yeah. What about Croc?
Oh, Croc.
I just remembered that. Actually, I just remembered I have Croc. I don't even know who owns the rights to that anymore, though.
What about that one game that's based off of that German cartoon you told me about?
Oh, Schnoppy?
Yeah, Schnappy.
I don't know, maybe. The thing is, people are going to find ways to hack it eventually, so they'll probably add on games to it. I mean, it depends on how much storage is actually on the thing to include more games. But you can probably hack it somehow to add, like, Spyro and Crash and all the good games. You can make your own curated collection of all the actual good games and not fucking Intelligent Cube.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be 100%. They're gonna hack it because that's what happened with the NES and SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with some systems like the Commodore 64 Mini, they actually encourage people to add their own games to it as well. So
yeah.
So they'll find some way to hack it for sure. Actually, I might actually get a C64 Mini now because they released them in the US and upgraded the firmware so they can actually adding your own games is much easier now. So I might actually maybe get one now, possibly.
Yeah.
Because I like being able to play. I want to play Mayhem on the big screen TV personally. I want to play Mayhem or Bounder or Jumpman or any of those games.
I'm sorry, son. You're not allowed to
I'm not. Why not?
Because you've been a bad boy.
How? How have I been a bad boy?
You'll find out soon enough.
Find that. Tell me right now, bitch. What have I done wrong?
It looks like you're just gonna find out right now.
Oh my god. The Meme Squad roleplay.
I swear to God, if I see that from somewhere, I will hurt someone. You know, I'm gonna do this.
Hold on, I gotta get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I should start that meme squad roleplay then.
No, stop it.
You can't stop me.
I could kick you from this group chat.
No. Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot that you're the leader. I forgot that you're the main chief.
But I thought you was late.
What did you just call me?
Third.
I'm back.
You're abusing your power. You're abusing power here.
I'm back, guys.
Hey, welcome back, Jaden.
Yeah. So, I guess the other main topic we can discuss is Halloween. Halloween is coming up very shortly, so what are our plans for the season?
Make more covers.
More covers? That's cool.
Probably not do anything.
Anything? Not do anything? That's cool. My plan is just to get this video uploaded. Because this is supposed to be the Halloween special for my channel, so I want to try to get this uploaded, you know, on Halloween. But, I was gonna dress up as Wonder Momo this year, but I didn't, because I was too lazy. But, I'm still gonna do at least a sketch of it. I'll at least draw it out, so you guys can see it. But, I don't know, maybe next year I can do that. There's always gonna be next year for Halloween, so, you know, we can always have something fun next year planned. Usually, I don't usually plan stuff for Halloween too much, typically, because usually I don't ever live up to them. But, I do have a couple plans this year. I have a couple plans. Firstly is going to be this video. And then also, I have a second plan that I'm probably going to do after Halloween. But it'll be like a late Halloween special somewhat. So it's going to have...
Oh my goodness.
So it's going to be a compilation of old videos that have not been released in a long time, or have been made public. It's not Muscatine. That's not going to get released ever again. But I do plan on bringing back an old franchise. Not franchise. There's an older series.
Muscatine?
I just said no Muscatine.
Also, why have PS1 when you have the VHS Classic?
The VHS Classic? Oh
Yeah.
my, what could this be? Bundled with 16 VHS Classic movies. Films ripped in 240i from genuine Blockbuster tapes we won at auction. VHS CRT filter. Video has random static and degrades over time. Stave state feature. When paused, image will shake slightly, then auto shut off after 5 minutes. Does not record video. Does not come with a power adapter. HDMI out. Image upscaled to 720p. Audio and stereo were available. And then a bunch of movies. Okay. Alright.
It's not real, but
It's kind of funny.
just thought it'd be funny to show that.
That is kind of funny, actually. But I do plan on bringing back a series somewhat, just for like one time, maybe. Unless people like it a lot, then I might do another episode of it or something. But it's gonna be a surprise. It'll be a surprise. So I'll hold off from telling anything about it until then. But I will be recording some footage later today, probably over the course of this week. So yeah, I'm just I'm just really sad right now because we had a 4-day weekend because of, I think it was because of conferences. So we were like, okay, you know what? It's conference week, so let's give like a 4-day weekend because why not? But so we got Thursday off and we got Monday off today, but it's already Monday. And it's like I wish it could have lasted longer, but now it's like we gotta go back to school tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'm very sad about that, but you know, I guess it's not that bad. I guess it's only 4 days this week, so I guess it's not too bad. You know, might as well try to make the best of things. That's really all you can do. That's what I say, anyways. Just when you're having a bad day, just try to make the best of things. That's really all you can do, mostly. Any other topics though you want to talk about? Or just want to kind of just talk about whatever. You can try thinking more Halloween stuff, maybe. Like what? I don't know. Candy discussion.
So we have more intel on Smash Brothers.
Huh?
We have intel on Smash Brothers.
Intel on Smash Brothers? What's that?
So, school was fun.
I'm sorry, you're skipping out for me. What?
He said that Skull Kid is on the banner.
Skull Kid.
From Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you said Intel, like the company Intel.
No.
Intel inside.
What do you mean? What do you mean intel? I said we have intel.
Oh, you did? Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Skull
There's
Kid.
new stuff on Super Smash Brothers saying that Soul Kid is on that banner leak. And it made me expand a little bit. Just a little.
What is the? Okay, I don't know what is it. I don't know what this. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna question it. Then you said Intel though, like it's not a thing.
What do you mean it's not a thing?
It's not a character they can put in the game.
Oh my god, Jaden.
I don't know what you're talking about. Explain this to me, please.
Hold on, give me a second.
Now I'm even more confused.
We have Intel on Smash Bros. Information of military or political value.
It's not military or political, but people use it anyways. You know? People say it all the time.
I didn't know that was an actual word.
What do you mean you didn't know?
I didn't know! I've never heard anyone use that word except for the name of the company. I've never heard anyone use that word. Never.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Josh on this. I've never heard anyone use that word either. So, Josh, you're not alone.
I didn't know what that means. Listen, Pablo, I'm trying my hardest to understand, okay? I didn't know what it means. I'm sorry.
You don't have to yell at me, Daddy.
Well, I can't. Oh, I kind of have to because this microphone sucks. So I gotta yell at you just so I can Just so you can understand what I'm saying.
Also, Pablo, why is this kid at a party doing his homework? That's lame.
That's a bar or a strip club.
Okay.
I don't know why he's doing his homework.
Well, what's with the baby doll?
Pablo, what the
It's
fuck
creeping
are
me
these
out.
cursed images you're posting?
It's, SpongeBob me boy, I turned myself into a pickle. Jesus.
What the bloody hell?
It's Jesus.
I don't know. I might have to cancel this podcast early now. I think this might be it.
Out of him. That's why he's puking. Oh,
We might have to.
No, is this a spaghetti picture?
We're gonna have to end this podcast early now. This is too much. I can't handle this anymore.
Okay, I'll stop.
No.
Pablo likes to post the meme.
I'm slowly becoming retarded.
Mini F slut. P and anal masturbator.
Mini fuck slut.
Squidward.
Pussy and anal masturbator.
I'm slowly becoming retarded.
Because that's what you want your fuck slut to be. It's fucking Squidward.
Squidward.
I bet someone has fantasies of putting Squidward's dick nose in their pussy.
Oh, God.
Someone out there does. Someone out there wants that to happen. That's their sexual fantasy. Big Brain Academy weed degree. Oh no! Why? Why? Let's. Oh my. Okay, you know what? This is getting. Okay, this is getting too bad. We're gonna have to switch gears a little bit. So this is gonna be. We're gonna make some changes to the Meme Squad podcast. We're gonna make some serious changes.
Oh no, I get the joke.
So first of all,
Joke.
to make for these big changes, the first change obviously is gonna be the color of the actual picture. So gone is the black background with the white outlines, and now we have the blinding white background with black outlines. So this is what we have to work with now. In beautiful widescreen, by the way. Got the black bars on the top and bottom, so it works. What is this? Alright. Second change. Second change. Second
trash man.
Second change. This is no longer a podcast, but now the Epic Gamer Hour. So we're gonna fix this,
I'm scared.
and we're gonna make it into a brand new series, a totally new and original series that's not gonna be canceled to one episode. This is the Meme Squad Epic Gamer Hour. So, now that that's been made, now that that change has been made, we're going to add in, of course, the gameplay footage, as it is the Epic Gamer Hour. So, I'll be adding in some gameplay footage. I couldn't hear you. What, Pablo?
I don't think that's healthy.
It's totally healthy, dude. Every show has to evolve over time, okay? This is just the natural progression. Podcast, Epic Gaming. It's totally natural.
I don't find it natural.
Okay, well, let's
It's
just
too
play.
scary.
It's too scary? Alright, well.
This is me too scary.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this. I actually fixed the sound issue where whenever I clicked my mouse on the volume slider, it would go ding, ding, ding. It's gone now. It's fixed now.
Oh, nice.
So now you don't have to hear that noise anymore. Except for when I upload older recordings, but now, from now on, not going to happen anymore. That's the one actual new change that's good. But the rest of this, we're going to add our game footage in this window. And I'm going to play a rousing good game of... what should I play? What should I play? I have the sound turned off so I don't get copyright claimed by anybody. Because I got copyright claimed one time because I had Mappy music in my video. I had the music from Mappy in the video, so I can't include that.
Oh, that person's just being a Jew.
Alright, whatever. Let's just play... Let's play a very good game. Let's play a classic game that everybody loves. We're going to play some Galaxian for the Famicom. This is going to be great. I have the sound off because you want to have the sound off for this game because the sound is atrocious.
Pretty sure there's no music on there.
Well,
Plus, I'm pretty sure you can also not get copyrighted by sounds.
Well, I'm talking about, well, I have the sound off in Galaxian because it's bad. I turned off the music. I turned off the sound on purpose for Galaxian.
Why?
Because it has terrible sound.
Ooh.
And if it was Mappy, I would have had it off anyways because of copyright claims. But I'm not doing Mappy, I'm doing Galaxian. So yeah. So how is this? This is definitely a way better game than whatever it is, whatever is popular nowadays. Oh frick. So never mind. You know what? This isn't working out too well. This podcast has become too soulless now. It's become a shell of its former self, if you will. I think we might need to change it back. You know, I tried making this a nice, you know, a nice progression from the previous podcast format, but it might not work anymore. I think now it's might gonna need an upgrade. Or not an upgrade, but a downgrade, rather, just to go back to our basic roots as the Meme Squad podcast. And you know what? Let's just get a game over right now. I'm just going to just take the hits. Because sometimes, you gotta take the L, you gotta take the hit, and just, you know, accept it. So I'm going to do just that. Just let the aliens kill me. And then we can return back to our podcast roots as the Meme Squad podcast. And that's that. Game over. Oh, that's actually pretty cool to have the little letters flying. Game over. And let's fix this back right up. There we go. Back to normal. What the heck is this? Pablo, I'll never understand why you post so many freaking cursed images.
And tape?
I don't know.
But there's nothing wrong here.
There's something very wrong here. There's stairs that lead to absolutely nothing.
Pablo, you're scaring us.
No.
What the f...
Delete this.
Alright, well, you know what? How much longer do you want us to even go on for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How long have we been going?
We've been going for like an hour, I think.
Why did he spray himself?
I mostly did the Epic Gamer segment just like keep this podcast interesting somewhat, but I don't think we have much topics left to cover, unless you want to talk about something else.
Why is my PP hard?
Yeah,
Please.
let's talk about why Pablo's PP is hard. That's a good discussion topic.
Please, no.
No? Okay then.
No, it's just a joke.
Alright.
And then,
Well then. How's your day been, guys?
Been alright.
hey,
I got a haircut earlier. That's something.
that's hot.
Let's not say that.
That's gangster.
Okay, that's better, I guess. I have a bunch of schoolwork I need to do. I mean, I don't have a whole lot, but I have like a few things I need to do. Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So how's your day been, Toby?
I've been alright.
What did you do today?
Went to class. That was it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome to the Pablo.
I just shut up.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to go on for too much longer. I think we're about done. Honestly. I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else we can talk about?
Sans Undertale.
Sans Undertale. Okay then. Well, there's a friend at my school, my art class, who's drawing. He did two things. He was drawing two things. He was drawing Peter Griffin Sans and Ben Shapiro Sans. And
goodness.
I don't have them with me. I can't show them, but they were amazing. Also, one time during art class, I was playing Megalovania out loud in class. It was fun. You know, let's talk about school. How's school going for you guys?
It's going alright.
Just alright?
I am finally free from marching band, and I am happy.
It's good. You're done with marching band, like, forever? Or just, like, for now?
Oh, forever. I'm done.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
I ain't signing up for it next year.
Good for you.
I want Pablo to be part of marching band forever.
You know how much marching band costs?
$1,000 is cheap.
500.
That's cheap.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
How much money it took out of you? That's 500 is not that cheap.
Yeah, it's just because of your black privilege, Toby.
Black privilege.
What are you talking about?
I mean, honestly, that's
Your
not.
black privilege.
I mean, it is a real thing, but I won't get into the whole discussion of that right now. This is a fun podcast, not a politics podcast, mostly. I've been doing okay though. In school, my grades are they're all B's and A's, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That's good. Keep it up.
Very happy. There were a couple C's in there, but they're raised up now, so I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy.
A little smart Josh, Jaden.
I'm very glad. So that's been going good. Classes, they're what they are. Classes they generally suck, but they are what they are. So you make the best of things. And I finished most of my tests. I still got the science test to finish because I didn't finish it on Friday. Or not Friday, but Thursday. But I will finish it this week. So, yeah. So I've been doing good for the most part. I just have a few things to catch up on. And I'm going to be honest. I've been working on it. I'm not great, but I have been trying to keep up with my work. And I do have some stuff I need to finish still. So I'll be working on that tonight. As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'll get to work on some of it. I think. But I'd like to get some of it done. It's been a big problem with me. It's just because I've been lazy. That's really all it is. I just don't want to do things. So I just put off my work until later on, and I don't ever do it. So that's really the big thing. I just don't have any of my work done. But I mean, it is what it is. So whatever. I'll it takes time to get into the groove, but high school, there's a lot more work to do, so you gotta kind of keep up with it. But it's fine. It's fine. So that's my little story so far about school. It's been going good so far, mostly. Nothing too severe. So I guess the last thing I'll talk about is I was gonna actually do somewhat of a proper promotion for this or advertisement. I haven't actually done it yet, but I do have a project I'm working on that I know that you know about, Toby.
Oh, nice.
So I'll do a little bit of a self-advertising just to add some more to the podcast. So I've been working on this project for a while now, actually. I think I've started this, when did I start this, actually? I started this as far back as around summertime, so like late July.
Oh.
That's when I started this. So this is the Namcopedia.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a sort of guide I'm working on for Namco, one of my favorite game companies of all time. And I want to do this because there's not a lot of good information out there about these games. So I want to try and compile as much of that as I could and try and do little reviews of these games. Sort of like, have a nice complete guide for all of these old Namco titles. So that's my goal with this, sort of. And I'm working on it off and on. I haven't done a whole lot for it. I'm sort of going chronologically. So I'm starting off with the super early games like GB and QDQ. And then I'll work my way up to like Pac-Man, and then Pole Position, and then, Tau Draga, and fucking Toy Pop, and Splatterhouse, and all those other games. Working my way up. So I've been doing this off and on. I'm currently writing the review for Tank Battalion. And, it's going good. It's been going good. I'm actually proud of it so far. I do have some of the reviews are a bit more rushed than others. I'll actually post a little link to this in the description of this podcast so you can read it. But yeah, it's a passion project of mine. It's a passion project. So I wanted to sort of promote this a little bit just because it's something that it's for a company that I love, so I wanted to promote this more. So I apologize for the advertisements, but I wanted to get this out somehow, so, And besides, we have been having a good podcast so far. I mean, it's been okay, but I want to have just a little bit more to it. So here's something that you guys might enjoy. People watching this later on.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
look forward to the completion of it.
For Fortnite.
Huh?
I say I look forward to the completion.
Cool. I'll ask what Pablo was saying, though. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oops.
Pablo? You were saying something, weren't you? Or not? Pablo, my boy.
What?
Were you saying something or not?
The F in John F. Kennedy stands for Fortnite.
John F. Kennedy in Fortnite? What? This must be a John F. Kennedy. This might John Fortnite Kennedy. Okay. This must be a meme I'm not familiar with or something. 13-year-old boy kicked out of history class after claiming the F in John F. Kennedy stands for Fortnite. I won't question it. So. Alright. Well, I think we're about done, with the podcast. So, any other things you want to add on to this? Any other thoughts you want to get out or anything?
Nah, not really.
Nah. I was kind of hoping we'd get some more guests on here, but, it's fine. I'll take what we got.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm just going to go ahead. I think we're done for now. It's gonna be a bit of a short podcast, but that's cool, because I also have 2 longer podcasts I'm going to upload later, so I'll have those at least, so it'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's it for the Meme Squad podcast, episode 10.
Yeah.
Episode 10. And I do plan on doing one more podcast before the end of the year, probably during like Christmas time or something, so I do want to do one more podcast around that time. So, and that'll be the last one for the year. So, we'll do that one later. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. It was nice having you on here, Toby and Pablo, and also Pegamode for a little bit, and Dr. Zed.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. I love you guys.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Pablo, any final thoughts? He's kind of quiet right now, but that's okay. We'll see you guys later.
Alright, see ya. I'm gonna leave. Later.